Hey guys, Chloe here. Today we have a very special episode of Roundtable Talks. I have with us our Houday Sunday wide receiver, Andrei Iosivas.
Yes.
I said it right?
That's perfect.
All right,
nice.
Why don't you say it so everyone knows? So when on, Sundays they're pronouncing it.
Yeah, it's Andrei Iosivas.
Iosivas.
So, some people know me as Yoshi, but the SH part comes at the end of my name, actually. So.
Okay, so Iosivas.
Yeah.
But Yoshi would be your nickname.
Yeah,
then we'll call it.
exactly.
Okay, awesome. Well, we are so happy to have you here. It was an exciting day for us. You recently picked up an awesome 2024 Bronco Heritage.
I did.
We will dive into that in a little bit, but I want to learn a little bit more about you.
Sure.
So, you're a professional athlete. Did you always want to do that?
I grew up in my idols, I guess you could say, were always athletes. You know? So I love sports. I played a bunch of sports when I was a kid, and I couldn't see my life without it. I wouldn't say I wanted to go pro, but I knew I always wanted it in my life somehow.
How did that track happen then? So you went to Stanford.
Princeton.
Princeton,
Yeah,
sorry,
okay.
Princeton.
Yeah, yep.
Even better.
Yeah, right.
So then you were there, and was someone like, hey, like, you've got potential? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, well,
You know?
actually, Stanford didn't want me very much, so I
for
kind
them.
of, I'm not happy with them very much.
Yeah,
But,
we don't like them. Princeton,
yeah,
sorry.
But my freshman year, I didn't play like a single snap. I had actually two receivers in front of me who were in the league at Princeton. They converted to tight end, and then my sophomore year was okay. But my head coach had brought me in and said, hey, look, we think you have the most potential of any person here like to go to the NFL. And I kind of was taken aback a little bit.
Like, that makes you wake up a little. And
yeah, because I see all these freshmen in the SEC like going crazy. I'm like, okay, well maybe I'll just keep playing and see how it pans out. And then COVID happened, and I basically just like benched and squatted like every day.
Oh, love that. What did you get your bench to?
My highest ever I did for a single was 385 for one.
Holy.
It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know how. I probably will never be that strong
That's
again.
like pushing.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
385
gosh.
pounds. So
and then what was your squat?
I never did one rep max of squat.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
that's
like,
pretty dangerous.
It's like more risk. It's not worth the reward.
I did a lot of single leg lunge squats and stuff too, like
Oh my
that.
gosh,
But
like 380.
yeah,
That's
the
like
bench was definitely one of my points I'll take to the grave.
Yeah, I think you should. That's
Yeah.
like, I feel like a lineman would be like doing that, but I also have no clue. So. Awesome. So then, I guess you weren't always dreaming of being a professional athlete. So when your coaches were like, hey, we want you to play, is that when you're like, all right, I'm going to start grinding?
Yeah.
And then
I would say that's when the grind started for sure. Like I always I always wanted to be an athlete, but I just didn't know where I was in the pecking order.
because then you also ran track.
Yep,
and I
yep.
assume that really helps with football.
Yeah, that actually helped me with my confidence a lot going into like my senior year and into the draft and stuff because I was competing with guys who are in the Olympics now.
Yeah.
I lost to a dude who got second at the Olympic Games.
So that's
in my
pretty good.
event. So I knew I was a world-class athlete, and I just had to put the pieces together.
That's awesome. So what were your events and track that you ran?
So I was a multi. It's called a multi,
fun.
and so indoors is the heptathlon, outdoors is the decathlon, and I didn't compete outdoors much just because my freshman year I was bad, sophomore year was COVID, and then my junior year after indoor track I had a fracture in my foot. So
Oh, ouch.
yeah, and then my senior year was a draft.
So what's the difference between outdoor and indoor? Just like the weather is your only...
it's too cold outside, and
Yeah.
then the distances are usually shorter, and then you can't throw like a javelin indoors or like throw a discus.
Yeah,
So those are like those are some of the events that were left out of indoor track.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So then growing up, who was your favorite athlete or someone you looked up to?
Yeah, I mean, in football, I loved Calvin Johnson and Julio Jones. Those are guys like I wanted to be like really badly because they're unstoppable.
Unbelievable, yeah.
And then a track guy that I loved was obviously Usain Bolt. I mean, everybody. He was he took over the world. It was
crazy.
unstoppable.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
like I think he could still come back and compete pretty heavily.
I mean, yeah, anyone who has talent like that always. I mean,
like it
can always
doesn't run
compete.
out.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think you can outbench Megatron?
I don't.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
I could.
close.
Maybe close. I mean, he's bigger and faster. I don't know about faster, but I think my bench is up there with
and per pound.
Yeah, per pound. I think.
Yeah, I think you'd be up there for sure.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, you're in Cincinnati. So what's your favorite thing to do around Cincy?
I just love eating.
You love that. Favorite restaurant or?
There's one I go to every Tuesday.
You might not want to say. People might start showing up.
It's a pho spot. Let's just say that.
That's my favorite
Yeah,
restaurant.
they have real good authentic
Yeah.
pho, like real Vietnamese
Like
food. If you don't know what
sometimes
pho is, it's Vietnamese food. But
It's like a noodle soup.
yeah, like rice noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Real good.
Awesome. So then let's move on to the Bronco that you're driving.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you love most about it?
It's just, I think it can do everything. You know, it looks great. It has good acceleration on it.
Yeah, it does.
The sound system in there is really good too. I'm bumping my music in there. Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone off-roading, but you know, there's different modes that you can put it in that I saw that you can like. I bet it helps in the rain and stuff.
Yeah,
too, and
maybe
in the
we'll get a
snow.
little snow and you can.
Yeah, I can-
With the rate the weather's going though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how
I'd
much. I'm
rather
gonna-
have this
Exactly.
than some cold,
Right.
but awesome. So then my last question for you is, what is your favorite memory as an athlete?
That's a great question. I don't think I've been ever asked that before.
Like maybe a championship you won or a goal you reached?
I would say, as an athlete, either when I got drafted or
that's a good one.
when I placed at nationals in track. I would say those two are like
Okay.
my top favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
moments.
those are what, like 0.5% of people?
Yeah, so
maybe
it's-
less could say that they did that. So
Yeah, and I still like wasn't happy, but like they were my favorite moments.
well, that's why you're a good athlete
Right.
because you know once you reach your goal, you're like, oh,
Let me
you got to
just
keep
do a little bit
going,
more,
keep
right.
going. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I know you've got a busy schedule. Andrei Iosivas with us at Beachmont Ford, Queen City Ford, Mount Orb Ford. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.